Hello YouTube, it's me again, and today's video is about how I am so tired of how people in the African community make me feel as though I'm not Nigerian enough. Okay, so a little backstory. I was born and raised in Oyo State, more specifically Ibadan. My earliest childhood memory is in Nigeria. Like, I don't remember anything prior to Nigeria at all. My family moved here officially in 2004. My parents have been back and forth, but I've been here ever since. Now, as I have been in America, the culture, the language, the food, everything about Nigeria is still a huge part of my life. There isn't a single day that something happens in my life that isn't Nigerian in a sense. The only thing that's really different is that I'm in America and not Nigeria. Like, that's really it. However, I noticed that the time length of me being here is a problem whenever I speak with people who just came here from Nigeria. For instance, they ask me like dumb questions like, oh, so do you like eat African food and stuff? And it's like, yeah, I do. Like, I just told you I'm Nigerian. Or, oh, so you're American now because you've been here so long. No, I live in America, but I'm still Nigerian. Oh, you did something like that? That is totally an American thing to do. No, that is a Nigerian thing to do because I'm Nigerian and I just did it. Do you understand? Or like somebody really said something, like they asked me this really dumb question a few years back. So in Nigeria, there are like the three major languages, and that is Yoruba, Igbo, and Hausa. Those are the three major languages. However, there are also like sub-languages like Pidgin. Pidgin is kind of like broken English, but it also has its own words formed in the language. And it's not a language that everybody in the country speaks. It literally is not, but I had a Nigerian ask me one time. I don't get frustrated. He literally said, how can you call yourself Nigerian when you don't even know how to speak Pidgin? The nerve. And you know, my response was that, well, I wasn't born or raised in Lagos, so I know the language my parents speak, which is Yoruba, and I speak that perfectly fine. Pidgin is not my language. I don't speak that, and the fact that I don't speak that doesn't make me not Nigerian. Doesn't make me more American. It just means I don't speak Pidgin, and I can't help that. However, I can understand Pidgin, so don't try to be slick around me with Pidgin. It's a no. Another thing is when you comment and say you don't like maybe like a certain food, like a certain Nigerian food. They want to have the nerve and say, oh, now you are American, now you don't like your native food. It's like, no sir, I just don't like it because I don't like it. I'm still Nigerian. Or it's like, oh, you listen to like rap music more than Afro beats, so that means that you're more American now. You're no longer Nigerian. But I just like rap. That's it. African aunties are the main one who help you acknowledge that you're not Nigerian enough. Basically, like if I could get a dime for like each time a Nigerian auntie has thought I was American instead of Nigerian, like I promise you, I'd be balling in dough. Straight facts. And you know, one day I asked my mom, I said, what is it about me that makes these aunties think I'm American? Like, I'm so confused. Like, I really want to understand. My mom is like, I don't know. You should ask them. I said, no, like, I'm asking you because, like, you're my mom. Like, so what is it? So she starts throwing out these options. Like, she's like, oh, it's the way you do your face. I said, the way I do my face? What do you mean? She goes, your face is just hard sometimes. You know, you have that look. basically an RBF. And I was like, but that doesn't mean anything. Like, it doesn't say that I'm like Nigerian or not. And a lot of aunties have that face too. You just don't want to approach them because the way they're looking at you, but that doesn't mean they're not Nigerian. And she was like, I don't know. And then she tries to throw something out. And she's like, oh, maybe it's the way you dress. The way I dress? I'm like, do I have to wear native all the time for you to think I'm Nigerian? What is this dressing that screams you're Nigerian? Like, what is it? And she goes, I don't know. And I ask, so is it? So she goes, oh, it could be your personality. My personality. Because I'm goofy and aloof. Like, so that means that I'm not Nigerian. So Nigerians are strict and they don't laugh and they don't have fun. Is that it? She goes, leave me alone. I don't know. And I said, oh, okay. I mean, like, I'm not gonna force you. But one thing you think would make these aunties realize I'm Nigerian is when I speak Yoruba. Because a lot of people my age can't speak their native language. And it's very understandable when you live in America. It's not a place where you're hearing the language all the time and you can absorb it. So I mean, it's understandable. So you think when they hear me speaking Yoruba, it would be like that automatic indicator, like, you're Nigerian and like, yay. But somehow they find a way to put me down for my Yoruba. And like, Yoruba is that type of language that when you have like the accent to it, it sounds so sweet. It sounds so fluent. Now the thing is, I don't have that accent. Like, I could turn that accent on and off if I wanted to, but I don't have it. So my Yoruba just doesn't sound as crisp. And it's like every time I speak Yoruba, it's like they find a way to like irritate me. Like every time I say Odabo, some auntie, I promise this happens every time. Some auntie will go Odabo. And I'm like, Odabo. Like, what did I just say? And they're like, Odabo. Don't say it like that. Odabo. And I'm like, bro, what am I saying that you're saying? Like, what are we saying that's different here? And they're like, just go. And then they question why I don't speak my language in front of them. And me not speaking my language in front of them is me being American and ignoring my Nigerian ways. When really the only reason I'm not speaking Yoruba in front of you is because you're going to pick down my Yoruba skills and you're going to find something to nitpick at. And I hate that. But they just don't get it. They don't get it. Or let's say I'm acting American, Americanized, and it's, oh, you would never find a good husband acting like that. Or when I say I don't like the gender norms, it's, Yochidioma America, right? And it's like, no, I just don't like the gender norms. Duh! Sometimes I wonder, do I need to drink more malt for you to think I'm Nigerian? Or do I need to eat more chin-chin for you to think I'm Nigerian? Or screw that, should I eat more plantain chips for you to think I'm Nigerian? Or maybe is that I should eat more elastic boy and therefore and I'm a lying bakery and all that. Will that make you think I'm Nigerian? I still don't understand what you guys mean by Otidioma America. Because as far as I'm concerned, when I'm around Americans, I am a full Nigerian to them. So let's not get it confused. Regardless of what Auntie so-and-so thinks, or regardless of what Brother Ayo or whoever who just came from Nigeria thinks, I am Eunice Oroluwa Kitan Akinleye Omo Ibadan. Omo Olushola Akinleye and Fumilayo Akinleye, a true and pure Nigerian child. I love my culture. I love everything about it. So I don't know what this Nigerian appearance is that I don't have. But within me, I am Nigerian full. Well, that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. And like always, don't forget to share. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. And also, if you feel the same way I feel about people putting you down and making you feel as though you're not Nigerian enough, comment below and let me know your experiences too, because I know I'm not the only one. Bye!